Bubble tea, also known as boba tea, is a popular Taiwanese beverage that originated in 1980s. It is a tea-based drink that is typically mixed with milk or fruit juice and contains chewy balls, also known as boba. Bubble tea can be served hot or cold and comes in a variety of flavors, including traditional milk tea, fruit tea, and matcha. The popularity of bubble tea has grown significantly in recent years, and not only in Asia but also in other parts of the world. According to the latest research study by Project Management Institute, the demand of bubble tea market accounted for 2.54 billion US dollar in 2020 and is estimated to be 5.33 billion US dollar by 2030 and is anticipated to register a compound annual growth of 7.8%. To discuss further, joining me on the line is Aliza Ali. She is the founder of and Chief Executive Officer of Will Group and Chatime Malaysia. Hi, good morning, Aliza. How are you?
Good. Thank you for having me here, Shazwani.
Yeah, Aliza, we would like to just go on with the latest research. It is also said bubble tea market to eyewitness massive growth by 2028. So what are the future trends and developments of the market?
I think the future trend right now is all about being healthy, especially after the pandemic. People learn it the hard way. Our health is actually one of the biggest factor right now that people are looking at. So the future trend is all about being healthy and to penetrate the new markets right now. So a lot of right now the Western market is beginning to accept bubble tea. Southeast Asia market, we started back in 2010, but right now we are looking at a bigger wave where the Western market are starting to accept bubble tea. It's a trend for them right now, like how it was a trend for us back in 2010. So, of course, as one of the biggest player of bubble tea right now, it's all about developing something new that would suit to their demand. So in the Western market, they like something a bit healthier and things like that. So yeah, so that's what we are doing right now, and that's what we are looking at currently.
Yeah, but how can we also understand the role of the leading market players involved in this industry, especially?
So I think right, our role is about to set the direction to what's in right now as a leading market players. We have to adapt to the current demand, and also it is in our hand to bring these offerings to the customers. So it's up to us to come up with like new offerings. Say for example, like way before back in 2010, we had black boba, and that was what was popular before. But right now we're coming up with a konjac boba, which has 95% less calorie, and these are the things that people do look at this moment.
Yeah, also, we would like to understand with the increasing distribution of hits, including across the globe, and continuously changing consumer preferences and also eating style, as what you've explained just now, how can navigate through these challenges, especially for Chatime?
I think right now we learned a lot throughout the pandemic. The pandemic really opened up our eyes. So we embraced technology a bit more. The first 2 weeks, basically, when lockdown happened in Malaysia, we suffered because we were not very, our presence was not very much on our online platform and all that. So for the first 2 weeks, it was all about embracing technology, being in all delivery online platforms there was. And really technology can help reduce the distribution overheads and really optimizing the supply chain management, improving the inventory, and so on. So these are the things that we work very hard on. On top of that, one thing that we learned throughout this pandemic is that before that we used to do a lot of brick and mortar shop. So when the shopping malls closed down, a lot of retail, especially smaller retails, which didn't have a lot of funds behind them, suffered a lot because they didn't have that much in the bank to kind of like sustain them for the next 12 months when the shopping malls were closed. So it ended up that we have all these retail companies closing down during that time. So one of the things that we learned is that to kind of get ourselves away from that, we lessen the number of outlets that we do in brick and mortars. We do a lot more outlets that are more modulars, in such a way that if the shopping mall is closed, we can always just go and reuse the same kind of setup that we did at a different place. So we come up with containers and so on. Yeah.
Yeah, that is how the COVID-19 pandemic has affected Chatime businesses. But probably for a longer time, can you discuss any sustainability or maybe ethical initiatives Chatime is pursuing probably in next 5 or 10 years time?
One of the things that we are doing right now, we are doing a lot more container outlets. So these container outlets come with solar panel, and currently all these container outlets are using 35% solar powered energy. And on top of that, we are also changing, our straws from plastic straws. We're changing it to to paper straws and so on. So these are some of the things that we are doing currently. Yeah.
Also, we would like to know what are some of the challenges that Chatime faced in running a bubble tea company with a new probably recipe and also a better lifestyle with what you've explained. How have you overcome them?
I think it's, to keep up with the trends, and right now, food technology has really advanced in such a way that healthy doesn't mean that it's not good. Some of the healthy options that we have right now are very good. It's all about, like the challenges is all about getting the consumers to be used to it. They are used to the black boba, and now we are trying to get them to adapt to the konjac boba, which has 95% less calorie, but it's also much nicer. Me personally, I would have the konjac boba and less of the black boba. So these are the things that, in 2023, our biggest challenge that we are focusing on right now is not about opening many outlets, but also about offering new things that are good for the consumers. So you will see a lot more product offerings that will be different. We don't want people to see the brand as the same brand that they saw in 2010, 10 years ago.
Yeah.
So it has to be something different. Chatime 10 years ago was what people wanted in 2010. They didn't know better, but right now with the advancement of the food technology, I think it's about time that we offer something better, something healthier, focusing more on fresh fruits instead of syrups, So these are the things that we are working on. Yeah.
Yeah, we also know that Chatime is available in multiple locations. So how do Chatime balance maintaining quality and also consistency across Chatime branches in multiple locations?
I think training is a big part of it. We really keep the whole team very close, and also not to expand too fast. I think a lot of some of the mistakes that are done by new entrepreneurs are that they open up too fast. When you open up too fast, you don't manage to teach and to train the staff well enough for them to run the whole thing. So that's why if you see how Chatime has grown, we really just keep a cap of about 25 outlets per year rather than like 100 outlets per year, because it's almost impossible for us to now train 100 outlets in 1 year in such a short period of time. Yeah, so it's really just pacing yourself and really just kind of like people have different ways of them running their business.
Yeah.
And I think Chatime has always been a bit more conservative. We want to be there and stay there. We would like to see ourselves as, if you look at KFC, they're such a big brand. McDonald's, they're such a big brand. You don't see them opening today when you are 5 years old and suddenly closing when they are 25. So we want the brand to be something that you see them when you're 5 years old here at this point, and when you're 25, the outlet is still going to be there. So that's a big challenge to keep that balance. Yeah.
To keep that balance, probably you can share with us what are your plans for expansion or growth in the future.
So certainly, we've run the brand now for 4 to 5 years. We've got the rights for Chatime here in Malaysia, and of course, opening up in other countries is what's next for us. And another thing that we are looking at this year is to of course be getting into capital markets. So this is one place that we are looking at heavily 2023. for us to expand out of the country. And actually under Will Group, we don't just have Chatime. We have two more brands that we have started. So the brand is ours. It's called Hello, which is a frozen yogurt brand, and also Hot Box, which is a hot dog brand. So basically, these two brands are to kind of like expand concurrently with Chatime. Yes, it's just that the difference that this is a Malaysian brand that we can actually bring out of the country.
All right. Thank you to Aliza Ali, the founder and Chief Executive Officer of Will Group and Chatime Malaysia. We wish you good luck. And thank you again, Aliza, for taking the time to speak with us this morning.
Thank you so much, Sis.